Yes, sir. Little mud mission. You know what we doing? Gonna get in the thickness of it.
Boom, there comes Nick, and lights out.
The whole idea for today was to dive up north, but unfortunately with the outgoing tide in the afternoon, it was not possible. The water was really murky, so we had to come down south. Decided to anchor up at this spot, throw some chum in the water, and see what we could find. I load up my gun here, taking a look around. I already start to see some yellowtails on the bottom, so I knew there was going to be something down there. This was the first dive of the day, and actually my first dive in about a week or so. I was feeling good about this spot, and I found me a nice mutton on my first drop. Lined it up and took the shot. Definitely was a far shot. Glad I secured the fish. I didn't want to risk him swimming away. These mutton in the area are pretty smart, and if they feel threatened, they do swim away from you, so I had to take the shot while I had it. I knew this spot was good, so we decided to stick around.
Movie time! Movie time!
I always brain my fish before I put them in the boat. Just helps put the fish out of its misery, and avoid any accidents on the boat with the fish flopping around the deck.
Just builds trust with the fish.
That's a nice one. How's that compare to like what you guys were?
Dude, this is a good sized mutton for Key Biscayne. He's we're gonna measure him now.
Oh, because there's a size restriction on these?
Yeah, they have to be 18 inches total length. Oh yeah, I've been looking for this guy. 22.5 inches. He was right under the boat too. Ow. Sweet. Let's do it. Let's get another one.
So on my next dive, I noticed the visibility had cleared up, and I was hanging out with this red grouper down on the bottom. I decided I was going to swim a little bit in front of the boat to see if I could find any more fish or lobster up there. I dropped down, just looking around, seeing what I can find. There's a lot of life on this reef, and I ended up finding 2 red grouper. Grouper season's closed, so you can't shoot them, but there's one right there swimming towards me, and I see an even bigger one right behind him. That one's about legal size, but I let him swim away. And as I'm looking down, I see a mutton snapper, maybe a little bit bigger than the one I shot. I'm lined up, I take the shot, and unfortunately I miss. My next dive, I found a little lobster in the hole. It's a good sized lobster, so I wanted to try to get him out with the spear, see if I could grab him with my hands. But he was stubborn, and that didn't work out. I knew I was going to come back and get him though. So who doesn't love you some lobster? I was pretty disappointed that I had missed that first lobster, but I definitely knew there were some more around. So I decided to stick around, even though I was a little bit far away from the boat, in hopes of finding another lobster. I made another drop over here, a couple feet away. I was looking for the same rock that I originally saw that lobster on, but I didn't see him in there, or maybe I missed the rock. Anyways, I ended up finding another lobster. Got him out of his hole. Used my spear to kind of tickle him out. Didn't have a tickle stick with me. Went for the grab, but missed. I had him out in the open, so at this point I knew I had him. Went in for the grab and secured the lobster.
I'm just recording.
Is there more?
There's like 3 or 4 of them over there. A bunch of lionfish and more eels. There's so much life in that little corner.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, I want to put this in the boat.
I shot a toro snapper.
Nice.
Yes,
hey,
right, should I bring this? Do you want to bring this?
I'm gonna get the snare. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay.
I definitely wanted to get some more lobsters, so I had Eddie hand me the noose and swam back to the spot. So this ended up being my favorite dive of the day. I got the lobster noose now, feeling a little bit more confident. I know I'm going to find me a bug. So I'm down here looking, trying to find a rock. Hopefully there's a lobster in it. I think I actually found the original lobster from the clip earlier. So I try to sneak back behind, wrap that noose around his tail. Couldn't get him from that angle. So I hop over to the other side, peep under the rock, and I knew I had him. Grab my gun and head up to the surface for some air. So we got a couple lobster now and mutton snapper in the boat. Dinner secured.
Hold on. Yeah.
So one thing you guys will get to know about Leo is this man loves his triggerfish. So we made a move out to some deeper water, and Leo got what he was looking for. Shot a nice triggerfish off one of the wrecks here in Miami. And triggerfish are hard to fillet because they have really tough skin, but man, they are great to eat. So we usually only like to shoot 3 or 4 of them, no more than that, because then it just becomes a hassle to fillet them. The sun was starting to get low and we already had secured some dinner, so we decided to just cruise in and enjoy the sunset.
Ay, papi. Delayed release.
So we're here in my kitchen. We got the water boiling, cutting up the lobster so we can go ahead and season it. I'm using some garlic olive oil, some butter, unsalted butter, and sprinkling with some Parmesan cheese. That's what it looks like. Now we're going to go ahead and wrap that bad boy in tin foil, throw them in the oven. We're making a seafood pasta. I got this egg because I'm going to go ahead and fry up some of the porgy and yellow jack. Just batter it in some Old Bay seasoning and breadcrumbs. Gonna put that in the egg yolk, get it soaked up so the bread can stick to the fish. Just like that. Make it nice and crispy on the outer layer. Once that's done, go ahead and heat up a pan and throw them in. I usually like to cook it until the fork is able to cut the fish effortlessly. Should also look a little golden brown. Macaroni was ready, so we went ahead and drained the water, added the cheese, Nothing special here, just some Kraft macaroni, making a quick weekday dinner. Then we're going to add our fish, stir that in for a little bit, and take our lobster out of the oven. That's what it should look like, white all the way through, and the shell should be red. Now what we need to do is remove the meat from the shell and cut it up just like that into nice little pieces so we can add it to our seafood pasta. Mix it in and enjoy a meal. All an afternoon's worth of diving.